gosh. Are you going to the
Yeah. Hello, is anyone there? Hello.
TV on. No. SOS. We're living in a nightmare. SOS. We're on a house slide. We're on a top slide. Help us, help us. Whoa, that looks beautiful. But scary.
Beautiful but scary. Yo, hello. Is anyone there?
The boat is angry.
Experimentation. I'm experimenting. Look at me. Don't look at me though. Leave me alone. There's only one person watching anyway. Experimentation. Hello, raindrop. good for protection from the sun. Apparently.
Unexpectedly, he opts for a workout. Could it be that his diet and exercise program are starting to have a positive effect on Benny?
Choo choo. Good night.
Back on the Dengham River, the release team reach their destination. But there's no time to rest. After traveling hundreds of kilometers over the last 24 hours, Clara and Clarita need to be freed as soon as possible. Surrogate mom Ursula is given the special honor of releasing the mother and daughter. This is the ultimate transition, the milestone everyone works so hard for.
This is a protest.
The emotions at release time are always mixed.
Memang perasaan saya sedih bisa dengan mereka berdua, tapi saya senang karena di sana kita tinggal.
I'm not allowed to talk. You do the talking this time. Hello? Is anyone there?
It's moments like this which make all the growing pains worth it.
It's so beautiful. Like it's amazing, emotional for all the people who help the orangutan. It's like lifetime achievement.
A small team will stay behind to monitor Clara and Clarita while they adjust to their new life.
Why have you tortured me for so long? I don't deserve that. I never did. This is a
Back
protest.
where it all begins, the vet team make one final attempt to reunite new mother Dilla with her daughter Delilah. The team has spent the last week trying to help the pair form a bond.
If the mother can take care of the baby, that's the best thing. So we try every day to make them together again.
Today, there's a miracle moment. When Delilah finds her mom's nipple, but it's clear that Dilla only allows this because she's distracted, and she doesn't want to hold her baby. She just hasn't formed that precious maternal attachment to her infant. It's been a stressful process for both mum and baby. And with today's rejection, the vets decide separating them is for the best.
It's like so hard time to make the decision, but we need to save the baby. We just need to choose. I feel so sad for the baby and for Dila too.
Dilla still has a bright future Once she's fully recovered, she'll be moved into a socialization cage where she will wait alongside Delilah's father Ben and the other senior males for her turn on a pre-release island. Delilah is going to join the nursery school, and she won't be alone. She's joined by another orphan baby, Alejandra.
Into the
Together, these two little girls will form a brand new nursery group. They've both faced adversity in their short lives already, and there's no doubt there will be challenges in the future as they work their way through jungle school.
I love jungle school.
Have chance to be live together. You have to believe
Who that?
them.
The J?
While no one knows what adventures are in store for Billy,
Goodbye.
Naomi, Chinta, and the
Oh,
other
hello.
students
You're
before their
still
final
hanging on.
graduation day,
I want to get my camera.
one thing is certain. Their dedicated teachers
Oh, I've got this camera first, I suppose.
chance of returning to their tree home in the heart of Borneo.
A J. Somewhere there. Yeah, I hear you. I see you. Well, hello. Find your inner peace. Thank you, Jay. Where you at, Jay? You still there? The frick is that? Pigeon? Dove? Heron? Satellite? Who knows? Oh. Oh. It was a pigeon. Hello, pigeon. I love you, pigeon. Goodbye, pigeon. Oh, my, oh my. Ah.
Over 1,000 kilometers northwest of Australia's mainland, the Spectrum Island rises out of the Indian Ocean. A tiny refuge to plants and creatures found nowhere else in the world.
Crabs.
Birds rule its skies, magnificent, bold, and strange. ancestors, both big and small, bound for amorous assignations, and a midnight moon dance to ensure their future. This is the fantastic story of Christmas Island.
Turn subtitles on. Australia, Hidden Islands. Christmas Island. Hey Jesus.
Deep in the island's central rainforest, a season of waiting has begun
Itchy.
for its most famous species.
So itchy. Oh my gosh, there's actually like marks on my ankles. What the fuck? Could see my pain on my ankles.
The flashy red crab.
I came back to
Its
life.
ancestors were sea crabs.
I came back to life. It's
As
me,
they slowly moved inland, over
vegan
10
Jesus,
million
gay
years,
Jesus.
taking
Hello,
advantage of new
I'm
habitats
alive.
with few predators,
We're at Christmas
their ears
Island.
gradually shrank, and they evolved modified lungs. Though now a dedicated land creature, the plate-sized crab must still keep its lungs moist in order to breathe. So it's
so
trapped
itchy.
there in the deep humidity of the forest by its
What the
ocean
fuck?
heritage.
So itchy.
Dry days and sunshine are its great enemies. It sticks to streams and its moist burrows in the rainforest. In this muggy haven, the red crab has thrived. There are tens of millions of them. The rainforest floor is pockmarked with their burrows. They are like the forest's gardeners, constantly excavating, tilling and aerating the soil. A keystone species, they eat the damp litter from the forest floor, excreting it as nutrient-rich fertilizer, enriching and propagating their comfy home. But the red crab has a dilemma, and it's a big one.
Yeah.
They want to reproduce,
Oh.
but their young can only develop in the ocean 5 kilometers away. An immense journey for a critter used to moving only a few meters a day. And the rainforest isn't uniformly wet. The crabs must run a deadly gauntlet of dry, rocky stretches.
You need water. Must
Their
have
only
water.
chance, the monsoon. The season of drenching rains will provide a temporary wet highway to the ocean and a future generation. But the monsoon is weeks away. For now, they wait. Christmas Island itself, all 135 square kilometers of it, is just the very tip of an enormous volcano that erupted out of the sea floor some 60 million years ago, with a limestone cap formed by eons of coral growth. The island juts dramatically out of the sea. Steep cliffs rising to a plateau of rich rainforest. Because it formed in the middle of an ocean, every living thing here is an immigrant that flew, floated or rafted in over the millennia. Isolated hundreds of kilometers from the nearest landmass, it has become a vital breeding site for seabirds. Some 60,000 of them come to nest here each year. Boobies, frigatebirds, and magnificent tropic birds can all be seen feeding together just offshore. Diving, wheeling and plunging into the rich current. different species of booby nest on Christmas Island. But only the brown boobies nest here all year round. Graceful gliders and powerful flyers. Their webbed feet are good for paddling and even incubating their eggs, but not ideal for running takeoffs or landings. That's why they prefer to nest on cliffs, where they can launch directly into strong updrafts. Both parents are dedicated to taking care of their young. While most couples lay 2 eggs, this firstborn chick will have pushed its younger, weaker sibling out of the nest to its death long ago. Now it has all the food to itself. Its mother has just returned with a crop full of fish and squid, which she regurgitates directly into the greedy beak of her youngster. At almost 3 months old, is nearly the same size as his mother. In another month, will be ready to fly on his own. But it will be a further 5 months before the chick stops pestering its parents for food and leaves the nest for good. Such devoted parenting is made easier thanks to the bountiful waters of Christmas Island. Since their parents don't have to travel far to feed, the hungry chicks still scan the skies for the arrival of their next meal. With the first rains, the restlessness in the interior rainforest intensifies. At first, crabs stir. But soon, there are millions, making a determined march toward the edge of the forest. The males leave first, creating great traffic jams with their synchronized departure. Red crabs join the march to the sea when they reach 4 or 5 years old. During their 20 to 30-year lifespan. But the journey is long and full of enemies. An armored giant lurks along their path.
Eventually,
The
everything comes
largest
full
land crab
circle.
species on the
Eventually.
planet. The rock crab. Like something straight out of a sci-fi movie or your worst nightmare. Just its midsection can be over 1 meter wide. But they may be 600 largest. They're called robber crabs here for their penchant for stealing shiny objects and taking them to their lairs. That pair of constantly moving antennae are some of the most sensitive sniffers in the world. Able to smell hundreds of times more keenly than a dog. The smell of carrion or rotting coconuts especially grabs their attention. And with those massive claws, they can shred the tough coconuts with ease. They'll also drag the tough husk fibers home to use as bedding in their burrows. In other places, they're known as coconut crabs. Christmas Island has the largest and densest population of these monsters in the world. There are around 10,000 those of the red crab. And while coconuts may be on the menu, given the chance, these omnivores won't turn down a meal of red. Usually, the smaller reds are too agile for the robber crabs to catch, but in the crowded melee for migration, it's much easier picking them off. Even if the little reds can evade the colossal robber crabs, they're just the first of the nightmares they'll encounter on their long march to the sea. Violence sponsor swimming nature.
No child should suffer the torture of draconian, but so many are in pain nightly. His lashes have turned inwards, and rip and tear away at his eyes. He knows sight will be gone forever. He's just 3 years old. Profounder screams for his mother. His eyes are so infected that aren't even seen. For so many children in the world's poorest countries, trachoma is torture. It's a painful infection often spread by flies, and it's destroying children's eyesight. But it could be stopped with new help today. By calling 0800 021 3935 and giving £1 a week to sight savers, you can help make sure children get the treatment they desperately need. You'll help us bring them the medicines and the care that can treat infections. And that means you'll be helping to save children from the torture of trachoma and the life of blindness. Please help us reach them. Call 0800 025 3935. Text C11 to 82727 or go online and give just £1 a week now. Because we're working here to help save the sight of children like you. We need you to help save them from the torture of trachoma.
Gradually reduced grain with Control GX reducing shampoo. Reduce little grey every time you brush for sudden looking results. Control GX, just for you.
Leave the drama on screen where it belongs. Sky Protect Home Insurance covers the things that matter most to you. So if things go wrong, we're here to help. For 5-star home insurance, go to sky.com for a quote. Sky, believe it better.
I'm not supposed to be talking, but look, we've just unearthed Earth and ocean. These are my non-verbal communication cards, because I am done talking. Hello, water. Wake up. Wake up! My habitat is dying. We need help.
So I didn't have any design experience. I didn't have any business experience. But I really had self-belief. Running a
I wonder if I'll see a kestrel today. I think I probably will. Oh wait, I already did. We all saw one together. Good morning.
Can you not have a heater on and the window wide open? That don't make sense. So I just can't waste money like that. I'm sure you understand. Obviously, with Max coming around later, can you not smoke any more in here today?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Specialist forest hunter. There may be only 50 breeding pairs on the island, and this is the only place they're found. Its smaller, lighter cousin, the Nanking kestrel, also hunts here. While the goshawk is agile enough to hunt in the forest, the kestrel prefers to use its extraordinary hovering ability in the more open areas. It can remain almost motionless in the sky, looking for the slightest signs of movement of its favorite prey, giant grasshoppers. Once the insect is in sight, the kestrel makes a silent but pinpoint accurate descent. Another great master of the skies is the Christmas Island flying fox. Named for its fox-like face, it's actually a bat. One of the few species that is active during the day. This 350-gram mammal feeds on native fruit and flowers and plays an important role in pollination on the island. Papaya, recently introduced here, is also a particular favorite. Unlike insectivorous bats, these fruit eaters have no sonar. Feeding during the day, they rely on sharp eyesight and a keen sense of smell instead. Their roosts are close to the coast for easy takeoff and access to updrafts that carry them across the island in search of fruits and flowers. While Christmas Island itself supports many species found nowhere else on the planet, its strategic position between great ocean currents means it's also a great station. The south-flowing, powerful South Equatorial Current acts like a conveyor belt for plankton and fish eggs. One of the world's most endangered fish, the southern bluefin tuna, spawns here, at the western edge of its breeding ground in the path of the current, which then carries the tiny young south into temperate waters. While Christmas Island itself has many species found nowhere else on the planet, its strategic position between great ocean currents means it's also a grand central station for ocean travelers. The south-flowing, powerful South Equatorial Current acts like a conveyor belt for plankton and fish eggs. One of the world's most endangered fish, the southern bluefin tuna, spawns here, at the western edge of its breeding ground in the path of the current, which then carries the tiny young south into into temperate waters. But it's the east-flowing South Java current that has the greatest impact on the island. It brings the rains that trigger the crab migration.
I bring the rain's romantic pour.
It may also play a role in another great migration that is underway. One that could not be more different than that of the crab. Their destinies are on a collision course. The whale shark, the largest fish in the world, reaching 20 meters in length and weighing 20 tons, makes its way from the reefs off Western Australia to the waters of the Indian Ocean and Christmas Island, a 1,600-kilometer journey. They arrive at Christmas Island at a very specific time, one that experts think is directly tied to the annual ritual taking place right now on the tiny island. The monsoon season has triggered one of the greatest migrations on Earth. The red crabs of Christmas Island are on their perilous march to the sea. If there is a break in the rain, they risk dehydration. But there's no turning back once committed to the march. They keep to the shade, moving in the morning and evening if they can. But now they're approaching the most treacherous part of their journey, a killing field. Unlike anything their kind has faced over the eons, their ancestors have made this arduous journey. An invader against which they are nearly defenseless. The most insidious threat on the island. Yellow. When a red crab enters their territory, they swarm it, spraying it with corrosive formic acid from their abdomens. Any single ant can spray only a tiny amount, but they work in concert, finding the chinks in the crab's armor. Eyes, mouth, joints, blinding it and rendering it helpless.
I understand what you're saying.
The crab responds by foaming moisture out of its mouth parts, which does little but waste their precious internal supply of water. It's a slow, torturous death.
But where are the viewers?
The merciless
Why
ants
is no one
won't
here?
even wait for them to die
Hello.
to begin eating them. The crazy ants' toll on the red crabs is almost unimaginable. It's estimated that they've cut the population from 50 million to half that in just a few decades. Ant control programs have only managed to reduce the ant numbers and slow the decline of the red crabs. The yellow crazy ant killing fields don't stop them all. Millions still make it through, driven on by instinct to an appointment with destiny. Not all creatures here have such trouble with the yellow crazy ants. The golden woodpecker weaves an impressive web that glistens like gold in the sunlight. The all-winter silk is strong, flexible, and sticky. As the spider produces its silk, it covers it in a layer of spider glue, ensuring its prey sticks fast. But it's what's actually within the silk itself that protects the spider from the angry ants. It comes complete with a compound called pyrrolidine alkaloid, a built-in ant repellent.
and paints. The agitating microfiber head oscillates at speed, combined with twin detergent spray nozzles to effortlessly clean tough messes from all your hard floors.
It's just so portable, so easy to use, and I just love it.
Your floors always look sparkling, and it feels really clean and smells really great.
The Ryobi USB lithium power spray mop offers portable, powerful cleaning for all your sealed hard floors. Save £20 with the kit at only £89.99 with a 4-volt battery, hardening, cleaning, crafting, and on the go. The small 4-volt battery fits all tools within Ryobi's USB lithium range and works as a phone charger too, offering lightweight portable power for your everyday. This streamlines lightweight spray mop agitates the dirt as you go at 6,000 oscillations per minute, powering through messes and sticky spills with ease. So less scrubbing for you, while the LEDs illuminate your way, shining a light on your superior clean. Plus, it's self-standing for easy storage, and the pads are machine washable when you're done.
You've got the LED lights, so you can easily see those hard to get areas.
No cords, no plugging in, no unclocking or anything. It's like just easy and quick.
Save £20 on the Ryobi USB lithium power spray mop kit today. Call and book Shop 1 or go online to order yours now. Ergonomically designed with easy controls, rubberized grip, extra height for easy reach, and a pivoting and tilting head for total control and maneuverability. This mop will run for 2 hours on a single charge. Plenty for a thorough clean all around your home, and all those quick cleans time and time again. Tile, hardwood, laminate and marble, let the Ryobi spray mop do the hard work for you.
I will never go back to a mop and bucket. The Ryobi spray mop has so many features. It's absolutely worth it, 100%.
The Ryobi USB lithium power spray mop kit will save you £20 with the 4-volt battery, charging cable, cleaning pads, and the cleaning fluid included. Plus, a 3-year guarantee, free delivery, and you could pay just £30 today with Klarna. Call now and book Shop 1 or visit ryobitools.co.uk/TV. Ryobi USB lithium, portable power for your everyday.
If you don't do it for you, do it for your grandchild, who's mad you didn't hear her joke.
With the free hearing test at BaseHearingTest.com.
As a Sky VIP, you can get exclusive Sky Full Fibre broadband deals and incredible prices from £37 a month. Join 2 million others and enjoy super fast speeds on Sky Full Fibre. So what are you waiting for? Just head to sky.com/getfibre.
Moments go through slow reaching.
Within a week, the surviving frontlines of the Red Army have nearly reached their destination. The beaches where they were born. But this final leg of the journey won't be an easy one. Craggy, treacherous cliffs ring the island. The only way to the water is down. They cling for dear life, sometimes upside down. A fall could crack a shell, a death sentence. Finally, they reach the waters of their birth. Here they can take a refreshing dip, cleaning up, hydrating, and filling up on salts and minerals they've used up on the long journey. They need it after their marathon, and to face another odyssey ahead. The females are already arriving for one of the most remarkable breeding spectacles in the world, and they're expecting the males to be ready for them. The red crab's distant cousins, hermit crabs, are year-round beach dwellers and pay little attention to the march unfolding around them. Unlike most crabs, hermits have soft abdomens instead of hard shells. To protect their vulnerable underparts from predators, they take up residence in abandoned seashells, usually snail shells. As they grow, they need to find sometimes trying them on for size. The best shells are at a premium, and it's common to see hermit crabs tussling over a particularly appealing shell. Almost unbelievably, these little hermits are closely related to the giant robber crabs, which also begin their lives in hermit fashion, carrying their shell homes around with them. It's only when the robber crab is about a year old that it sheds its hermit ways, abandons life in its borrowed shell, and hardens its body with layers of calcium. Only then do they begin to grow to their enormous size. Returning to their cliffside homes with full bellies to feed their chick, the brown boobies seem completely oblivious to the massive scarlet migration going on around them as crabs shuttle up and down the beach. Wild crabs and boobies don't always make getting around look easy. One bird, unique to Christmas Island, is known for its elegance. The golden bosun, the island's beautiful yellow-tinged variation on the more widely distributed white-tailed tropic bird. With its long yellow tail streamers, it is the angel of the island's skies. They prefer to nest inland in the forest trees, away from the hustle and bustle of the crowded cliffs. After their reviving dip in the sea, the males have clambered back up the cliffs of Christmas Island to the terraces above to prepare their welcome for the ladies. Using their claws as earth movers, they methodically dig burrows. They will serve as enticement to the females. They're shallow and only about 30 centimetres long, but a lot depends on them. With limited real estate to work with, staking out claims can become quite competitive. Some crabs would rather steal than build. There's a lot more bluster than violence involved, with smaller males usually backing down before any damage can be done. Still, this is serious business. Without a suitably impressive burrow, a male is unlikely to seduce a female, and his long trek from forest to sea will have been in vain. In the end, the terraces become crowded beach condo complexes, with a burrow or two in each square metre. With the real estate tussle settled, some of the males retreat to the moisture of their burrows. They're only a cliff away from the refreshing ocean, but hormones bid them to stay, guarding their hard-won homes and waiting to welcome the females. Up above the fray, another booby species makes its home in the treetops. Clinging with their big, pink, webbed feet to the branches, the red-footed boobies have just returned from a long journey out to sea to feed. the order of the day. These seabirds travel great distances and dive hard into the ocean for food, both of which require their feathers to be kept in perfect shape. An unwelcome visitor sits too close for comfort. A Christmas-bound frigate bird, the bane of the boobies' existence. As the boobies head out to feed, the frigate birds often provide an unwanted escort. Described by some as muddies and thieves, they're sometimes called pirate birds. The boobies are plunge divers, folding back their wings and daggering into the water at speeds of up to 50 kilometers per hour to catch fish up to 50 meters deep in the water. All that plunging is hard work. Gullets full, they head home for the terraces, all too often with a frigate bird in their talons. It's now that these pirates live up to their name. Why all that work of diving and fishing when the booby is doing it for you? It harasses the booby relentlessly, hoping to force it to regurgitate what it's caught. But this booby is not so intimidated and returns to the terraces with its crop still full.
Volvo sponsors Sky Nature.
It's big. It's bold. It's black. Sky Max is changing to Sky One.
That's the one.
With all your old favourites
That's so cool. He's going to blow me away.
and your new favourites.
I don't know how much my body can take.
Simply one of a kind. All new Sky One on air from the 24th of February.
Just like you, not all rise and recline chairs are made the same. Isn't that right, Olivia? That's why we make many different styles in a variety of beautiful fabrics, and your chair is sized to fit you perfectly. They're thoroughly tested. Relaxing, rising, reclining, rising, reclining, and relaxing. Rise and recline chairs, handmade in Great Britain by Oak Tree Mobility. Request your free brochure today.
Oak Tree
Use the drama
Mobility.
on screen, where it belongs. Sky Protect Home Insurance covers the things that matter most to you. So if things go wrong, we're here to help. For 5-star home insurance, go to sky.com for a quote. Sky, believe in better.
Presenting the HD Pro, the 5-in-1 steam cleaning system. And with H2O's limited time promotion, it can be yours with a massive saving of £170. It's a powerful floor cleaner, carpet steamer, handheld steamer, window cleaner, and garment steamer, and all without chemicals. It features a quick release handheld unit, a removable tank, 12 interchangeable reusable cloths, and a sturdy handle that holds away for storage. The HD is also available in store at these selected retailers. Our community speaks for itself with countless glowing reviews from our satisfied customers. Get yours for only $59.98 over free interest-free installments plus delivery. That's a saving of over £20 of our usual price. Or pay just £179.94 today and get free delivery. You'll also receive the award-winning H2O E3 full cleaning kit worth over £149 to take care of your everyday cleaning. That's a massive total saving of £170. This offer is available for a limited time only. Order now.
Tails.com Ford, 100% tailored for your dog's age, breed and lifestyle. Get 60% off your first Tails.com box and 30% off your second.
Short-term car insurance for 1 hour. Download the app now.
With the UK's best breakdown service, you'll be back on the road in no time. That's why millions of drivers choose the AA. Join today.
Protect what matters to you with a Simply Safe home security system.
System start from under £200 with a professional monitoring plan.
Super safe with Simply Safe.
Find your dinner piece with Gusto. Plan a week of meals in minutes. Get 50% off your first box at gusto.co.uk.
Discover your family's part in history. Search millions of records, including the World Wars, Tudor times, and Victorian era. Start your free trial today at Ancestry.
Looking to grow your money? With a Moneybox Cash ISA, you can earn a great rate and save up to £20,000 a year tax-free. Moneybox.
Volvo sponsors Sky Nature. It's been 10 days since the monsoon rains touched off the red crab migration. And the rear guard of the Red Army is picking its way over the steep cliffs to the beach. Now it's the female's turn to dip in the ocean to refresh and replenish. The sea is not always gentle with them. Because millennia of evolution in the forested interior have turned them into land animals, with lungs and only remnants of gills. These crabs can drown if dragged under. They can also fall prey to large fish, like this giant trevally patrolling the shallows. The survivors turn their backs on the sea. They have an appointment up in the terraces. A strenuous climb away. In the village of Burrows above the sea, it's a buyer's market in a real estate game. The females visibly inspect the male's architectural offerings. There's urgency now. They're responding to the cycles of the moon, urging them to mate and brood their eggs now, while there's still time.
I love you, Moon.
Who finds a male with a well-appointed burrow engages with him. They meet face to face in clinches that can last 25 minutes or more. Then she moves into her new home. She'll produce up to 100,000 eggs within the next 3 days, brooding them in a pouch slung under her abdomen. She'll incubate them for 12 or 13 days.
Is anyone there? Hello. I want to swim and float in the ocean.
Have Once again, the Red Army will face the implacable crazy ants. And the hungry robber crabs, as they run the gauntlet in reverse. If they don't make it back, at least they'll have made a heroic effort to pass their genes on to the Army's next generation. Many of Christmas Island's creatures take advantage of opportunities at sea and on land. A female great frigate bird flies inland. Unlike most seabirds, which drink salt water, frigate birds take advantage of freshwater when it's available. On the wing. Back at the coast, the waning moon announces that the time has come. The female red crabs, having brooded their eggs for about 2 weeks, begin to emerge from their burrows. Each carries in her brood pouch 100,000 eggs. Slowly, carefully, they make their way from the forest terraces above the beach to the cliffs, carrying their precious and cumbersome burdens. They're not so agile now, and some will pay the price. Crabs can smell them coming. Their caviar is an added bonus, and the robbers prey on them mercilessly.
Step inside. See the devil in eye.
The lucky survivors pick their way back down the cliffs. When they reach the shore, they dip again to rehydrate and refresh. And then they wait. On beaches all around the island, they redden the coast with their urgent need to reproduce. And timing is everything. Tonight will be the neat tide, when the waning moon's tug is the gentlest, and the difference between high and low tide is smallest.
Step inside. See the devil in eye.
Each female enters the water. She raises her claws and does a bit of a jig, releasing her eggs. A moon dance on which the future of her kind depends. Soon the shallows are darkened, saturated with billions of eggs. The eggs hatch immediately into larvae on contact with the seawater, before being swept out to sea. In just 1 month, they'll move through several life stages, until they're ready to return to land as baby crabs. That is, if they survive. During mercy of the weather, currents and predators, their fate is yet to be determined. Whale sharks arrive just in time for the spawning, when billions of tiny crab larvae fill the water. Other ocean giants also seem in on the secret. Manta rays fly through the plankton, filling up as they go. With each mammoth number, it seems more likely the red crab's incredible migration will have been in vain. This is why it's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game.
Since the dancing red crab lays billions of eggs into the ocean and returns to rainforest at the center of the island. By the time they return here to the shores of Christmas Island, they have morphed into another life stage, known as megaliths. In some years, just a handful of them return, and other years,
I'm a happy mushroom singing along.
migration. Millions of tiny crablings scrabble up the beach, turning the shoreline pink with the promise of life. After 3 to 5 days at the water's edge, they have molted and transformed into their air-breathing crab stage. Instinct
But
drives
I
them to
still
follow the
need
journey
your
up the
help.
cliffs,
We
through the terraces,
need
but
your
also
help.
the predators.
So,
There's no way to predict how many will fall victim along the way. The survivors will spend 4 or 5 years in their forest home before they'll hear the call of their ocean origins.
I love crabs.
Then they too will join the yearly march to the sea,
I love crabs.
to burrow and fight and mate and dance. Carrying on the ancient tradition etched in their genes. A spectacle of reproduction unlike anything else on Earth. Look on the remarkably restless cemetery of Christmas Island.
Plug into the adventure. Volvo sponsors Sky Nature.
Special friend. I promised.
So special friends, aren't they? The Island of Silk.
1 in 20 children in the UK has been sexually abused.
No one has to know.
It's appalling to even think about, but it's real. Real children need real protection. Please call 0800 652 0253, text child 4 to 84915, or go online to donate £3 a month to the NSPCC. For many children,
I'm going to roll a cigarette
contacting
and
the
look at this
NSPCC's
miracle that just happened.
helpline is the first step to ending sexual abuse. We
End
urgently
sexual
need your
abuse.
help to answer their calls.
Make yourself safe right now.
Your regular donation can help us go into schools to reach children earlier, before abuse happens. Please call, text, or go online to donate now. Right now, Real children are facing abuse they don't know how to cope with,
Mm-hmm.
don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Please, help us make it stop.
Please help us make it stop. Please help us make it stop. La 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 la.
Plug into the adventure. Volvo sponsors Sky Nature.
Just off the east coast of Australia lies a miracle of an island. One built entirely on sand. But somehow it has become a magnet for life. Ocean giants, peaceful and playful, grace its waterways, pursued by not-so-gentle giants. Great rainforests, acid swamps, and improbable lakes conceal devious killers that fight to outwit and devour food and each other. It's a tough place to be top dog. A restless battleground where life holds on against all odds on this great island of shifting sands. Fraser Island. It's spring, and the humpback whales of the southern hemisphere are on the southbound leg of an annual 3,000-mile journey. From their breeding grounds inside the Great Barrier Reef to the rich feeding grounds of cold Antarctic waters. En route, many mothers and their newborn babies take a little side trip to a favourite site, the sheltered waters of Fraser Island. Platypus Bay, between the island and the mainland, is a perfect spot for the little ones to nurse and grow strong for the epic journey ahead, and to have a little fun. The bay is too shallow for the males that sometimes escort them to attempt their courting and mating rituals, so mother and calf can bond in peace. Suckling on her mother's fat, rich milk, this young calf will nearly double her birth weight in a matter of weeks. Her mother, however, won't eat and loses a third of her weight in starvation. Whales send messages to each other by slapping the waters with their fins and tails. Tail slapping may be a form of short-range communication. They employ vocalizations for long-distance calls. Out in deeper water, the males sing their haunting songs as they continue south, whereas the females remain silent. The complex songs are particular to this East Australian population. They can last hours and be heard hundreds of miles away. After a 5-day sojourn in the bay, it's time to go.
The calf will travel in her mother's slipstream to ease her journey. The mother and her calf head north and east out of the bay, slipping around the tip of Fraser Island and heading south against the prevailing currents. Fraser Island, just 1 mile from the mainland, lies at the southern tip of the Great Barrier Reef. Its creation began hundreds of thousands of years ago as mainland rivers carried sediment from Australia's east coast into the ocean. Currents swept billions of tons of sand up along the coast, where rocky outcrops forced the ocean to drop its payload. Eventually, an enormous island of sand rose out of the surf. Today, Fraser is 75 miles long and 14 miles wide, and some of its dunes tower 780 feet high. The Aboriginal people call it Gari, or paradise. More than 15,000 years ago, when sea levels were lower, Platypus Bay would have been an exposed sandflat connecting the island to the mainland. Across that sandflat came Australia's largest surviving predatory mammal, the dingo. When sea levels rose again, cutting off the island, its dingo population scratched out a living in isolation. Without possible interbreeding with the mainland's domestic dogs, Fraser Island's dingoes remain the purest dingo population in Australia. While they're the top predators on the island, dingoes can't afford to turn their noses up at any source of food.
How we doing?
On the east
Oh, yeah.
coast,
I was
a
about to
whale
paint,
whose
about
journey
to poop
south
myself
ended
there, so I need to
almost
go
as
to the
soon as
toilet.
it began, becomes a welcome opportunity. The dingo's not alone. The island's largest lizard, the lace monitor, has also caught the scent of the rotting carcass. It too is both hunter and scavenger. But dingoes also hunt lace monitors. So the lizard wisely decides to look for dinner elsewhere. The dingo's mate joins him at the carcass. They're the alpha pair of the local pack. This female is suckling a litter of pups and needs to supplement her diet with whatever comes her way. While it's a mega meal, it's also a tough one to unwrap. Until the whale hide weakens over time, the dingoes focus on the softest parts. While the dominant pair are at the carcass, other pack members keep their distance. There are dozens of dingo packs on the island. Each pack has about a dozen members and is controlled by their alpha male and female. The female's pups are entirely reliant on her milk for their survival. She makes her way inland, deep in the forest where she's hidden her day-old pups in a log den. Unlike domestic dogs, dingoes breed only once a year. The pups won't be independent for another 7 months, when they'll take their place in the pack hierarchy. flight to spot prey from up to 65 feet away. While he usually prefers fishing, the lure of the whale carcass is hard to resist. The carcass will remain a hub of activity until it's picked clean or washed back into the ocean. Even a whistling kite will scavenge the carcass, grabbing a bite on the wing. Not interested in sharing, he takes his meal into a nearby tree, away from other scavengers. Down below, the red-capped plover has to keep on his toes. The whistling kites prefer hunting, and shorebirds are a favourite prey. Microscopic invertebrates and algae living in the wet sand supply him with all the food he needs. Beach combing is busy work, and he spends most of his time foraging this way. Further down the beach, huge flocks of crested terns congregate. Drawn to Fraser Island to feast in the rich waters.
Villages run through Scone nature. Life in full flavour with Oak House Foods.
From our kitchen to yours.
No chopping, no chopping, just delicious food ready in minutes. Simply store them in your freezer and when you're ready to eat, just heat and enjoy. With over 250 frozen dishes delivered straight to your door, Oak House Foods have been trusted to deliver freedom and choice to our customers for over 30 years, with a wide range of delicious meals and exceptional customer service.
At Oak House Foods, we have developed feel-good, delicious meals with all the flavour you would expect from home-cooked meals, but with the convenience our customers love.
In this trial pack, you get 7 of our most popular 5-star rated meals delivered straight to your door, all for just £20. No contract, no commitment. And you can even pay for your meals with cash when they're delivered. Call or order online at oakhousefoods.co.uk. You'll receive flavourful fish pie, classic sausage and mash, the Italian favourite spaghetti bolognese, hearty Cumberland pie, classic steak and mushroom pie, delicious roast chicken dinner, and our best-selling sweet and sour chicken. With over 50 million meals sold, there is something for everyone to enjoy, from traditional British meals to flavours from across the globe. Frozen for freshness, packed with flavour, ready in minutes. All delivered by local delivery drivers straight to your door or freezer if you wish. So there's always a delicious meal ready just when you are, allowing you to spend more time enjoying life and less time worrying about what's for dinner.
I love the convenience of the food. I love that I can take it out of the freezer and into the microwave and it's ready in minutes.
I've been really impressed with the range that's on offer. You won't be disappointed there, it's just delicious.
Try Oak House Foods today with our special trial pack of 7 meals for £20, or if you're looking for more variety, call us for a copy of our free brochure or visit us online now. Our meals are tailored to you, with over 250 dishes to choose from with flavours from across the globe. Ordering with Oak House Foods couldn't be easier. Just call 0333 433 0177 or visit oakhousefoods.co.uk to discover our extensive range or request one of our free brochures. And with meals ready in minutes, you have more time for the things that truly matter.
The service from Oak House, it's always a positive experience. They offer really good home-cooked flavours without
you having to put all the hard work in.
One of the big benefits with Oakhouse Foods is that I can go on a culinary journey around the world, trying all their different recipes, so I'm never going to get bored.
Try Oakhouse Foods today with our trial pack. 7 of our most popular meals delivered straight to your door, all for just £20. Or for more variety, request our free brochure. There's no ongoing commitment, and you can even pay your driver with cash. Call our friendly UK team or visit oakhousefoods.co.uk to order. Life in full flavour with Oakhouse Foods.
It's big. It's bold. It's back. Sky Max is changing to Sky One.
That's the one.
With all your old favourites.
That's so cool.
It's going to blow you away.
And your new favourites.
Oh, yeah. Let's have it.
I don't know how much my body can take.
Simply one of a kind. All new Sky One. On air from the 24th of February.
Window sponsors Sky Nature. The seas are relatively calm for now, but this eastern edge of the island takes the brunt of prevailing winds. Here, on the most hostile side of the island, the pitched battle between shifting sands and rooted plants continues to play out, as it has since the days when the island took shape. Without plants to anchor the dunes, the sand would simply keep marching inland, and this would be a completely barren place. Hardy pioneer plants like spinifex are the first to put down roots. They've evolved extraordinary ways to cope with the coast's abrasive conditions. Spinifex grasses have a covering of fine, waxy hairs that repel for salt and retain water. When mature, their seed heads dislodge and are blown about the dunes where they germinate and begin their work turning the sand dunes into a thriving ecosystem. The spinifex root systems and creeping stems act like mesh, securing the sand in place below. Once stable, sand dunes make perfect nesting burrows for the rainbow bee-eater. Masterful hunters, rainbow bee-eaters acrobatically catch insects on the wing. This pair has mated for life and return to the island every spring for the breeding season. This means picking a very stable dune and excavating a 3-foot-long tunnel into it. The female does most of the digging. These two are such old hands at this that their burrow from last year is still intact, which will save them a lot of trouble. All it needs is a little renovation, and their nursery will be snug and ready to welcome their eggs. The lace monitor, rebuffed from the whale carcass, has travelled down the beach in search of a meal that he can really get his mouth around. Bird eggs. He haunts the dunes looking for failed architecture. High tides and winds can dislodge eggs from poorly placed nests. The monitor reaps the benefits. And one pair of bee-eaters helplessly watches its next generation disappear. The experienced bee-eaters, with their deep and stable nesting site have less to fear. Their eggs will hatch deep out of reach of even the most determined lace monitors. But not all the dunes on the east coast can be tamed. The assault of wind and sand that built the island still creates dunes that relentlessly march inland. Blown by powerful prevailing easterlies. The dunes align with the onshore winds that drive them and form ridges. Over time, they assume massive U-shapes known as parabolic dunes. Lakes often form in the sheltered scoops between these wind-blown dunes. One of the liveliest is Lake Wabi. At 39 feet, it's the deepest lake on the island. And unlike some of the island's other lakes, its emerald waters are fresh, harbouring catfish and rainbowfish, irresistible to the local waterfowl. Cormorants frequent Lake Wabi, dipping and diving for their supper. Unlike many diving birds, their wings do not produce oils to make them waterproof. Instead, their feathers have microscopic structures that repel water, and these require careful maintenance and drying. But sometimes the elements just won't cooperate, and they simply have to put up with a good soaking. The rains that fall on Fraser Island seep into an enormous dome-shaped water table below the dunes. But in some places, may reach 100 feet below sea level. Lake Wabi dips into this aquifer and is known as a window lake. But this is a lake under siege by the same dune process that formed it. Lake Wabi is being engulfed by sand at the rate of 6 feet a year. In 100 years,
The
the
rough
sand will
process that
completely
deformed
reclaim
it,
the lake.
deformed me, made me headbutt walls and
Move
cut
the
myself
inland, beyond the advancing sand
and want to
and where
kill
the water
myself.
table is high,
Anyway,
swamps and heathlands can flourish.
fuck it.
With their
What's
feet
been up,
in
man?
sand,
How's your daughter?
the plants can find nutrients hard to come by. But these hardy survivors
I'm in
manage to
town
create
now.
sweet salvation for the locals.
Now I'm in town, breaking it down, thinking I'm making a
The
new sound,
energy
playing a
these
different
plants
show
might
every night in
otherwise
front of a new
invest into
crowd.
tall trunks and branches
That's you
goes
now.
to producing abundant nectar,
Ciao. Seems that life is great
attracting
now.
honeybees that in turn
See me
spread
lose focus
pollen
as I
from
seem to
plant
use
to
it
plant.
out. I can't, no, I
The
hush.
nectar
I
is
sing
in
the
great
words and
demand,
make you blush.
and birds
I'm gonna
squabbling
sing
themselves
this
to defend their
out.
patch.
Burn it down. Every slaughterhouse ever. Burn them down. Burn them down. Burn them down. Burn them down now. Every slaughterhouse, burn it down to the ground. Why do the
Insects too
slaughterhouses
are drawn to the bounty,
exist? The green swan says, be vegan. The green swan
but
says,
not all
be
nectar is what it
vegan.
seems.
I'm in control again. Now I'm in town, breaking it down, thinking I'm making a new sound, playing
On
a
the
different show
heathland floor
every
grows a
night in
purple
front of a
plant.
new crowd. That's you now. Ciao.
The Drosera,
Seems that
or
life is
sundew
fucked now.
plants, put out modified leaves that glisten with what looks like
See
irresistible
me
nectar.
lose focus
But each separate
as I
drop
cry
is
myself to
actually
sleep.
laced with flesh-digesting enzymes. Any unfortunate insect tempted by the apparent feast quickly finds itself in a sticky situation.
well on the way to a syrupy end. It's a brilliant solution for a plant stuck in an infertile, sandy environment. With no nitrogen to suck up from the soil, it sucks it out of its unlucky victims instead. Fraser Island's ongoing battle between sand and life has turned the plants into carnivores.
So annoying.
The jabiru, Australia's only stork, wades along the edges of these swampy regions, searching for frogs, fish, and other tasty morsels hiding in the